The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
Welcome back into the Wicked Weed studio, wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different. I'm Tank Spencer, Brian Haynes alongside as we continue off-season review videos. We're doing each and every team. We got a playlist set up for you here in the Sportsocracy. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow your team's playlist or share it out with your friends for all of their playlist needs as well. Off-season reviews continuing here with the
Las Vegas Raiders.
That's right. This might be the team that we are, or at least speaking for myself, I may be the absolute wrongest. And I know that's not proper grammar. I may be completely wrong about the Las Vegas Raiders. In fact, I think I'm pretty spot on that one. The offseason for the Raiders, obviously, it all kicked off with a bang with Yannick Ngakoue coming over. I feel like they got a pretty good deal on Yannick Ngakoue. He is a very special pass rusher, and I'm excited to see him lined up on this team, on the opposite side of Clelin Ferrell. As what? He hates the Raiders. He hates John Gruden. He's just completely out. They're not going to win a single game. They're going to be the worst team in the world.
No. I look at this team and I look at it and say, okay, you had a top 5 offensive line just a few years ago. You basically gutted said entire line.
Yep, 3 of their 5 starters from last year are now gone.
I felt, and a lot of people will disagree with me, but I felt that Alex Leather was a super reach at number 17 in this year's draft. Then they drafted 455 safeties. I know they're talking about how a lot of them are going to be playing linebacker and these guys and all that stuff. Right. I mean, right now they have Jonathan Abram listed as their strong side linebacker.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of pieces that are here. I felt there was an overreach at Henry Ruggs last year. He did not. Yeah, he's fast. And he had, a couple games where he broke out for a 50-yard game. But It's not like the guy lit up the year. I mean, it was an overdraft. And there was a lot of people who were talking about how he's, I don't know, and they had all these young wide receivers. And, yes, I think Derek Carr is a solid quarterback. Do I think he's top 10? Yeah, I think he's on that edge. You know what I mean? I'd say top 15. Maybe, and people forget. I mean, it's not like this team was 12-5 last year.
No.
You know what I mean? They were at 500. They were the objectivity of mediocrity. And I don't believe their roster improved that much. I thought it got worse. I feel like you're taking, and then they go for Kenyon Drake, and that's like Josh Jacobs there. And there was a lot of moves that just made me lead to believe in this offseason that led me to believe I just don't know what direction that they're going in. And I think that's just going to lead to Mike Mayock and John Gruden just kind of thinking they're too smart for this, and it's going to blow up in their face. And I can't see them. I can't see this team winning.
I don't know about it blowing up in their face. I think they've got some good talent on this team. We just haven't seen it all come together because you've had injuries to deal with this team. Coming as a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, John Gruden has a special place in my heart, no doubt. But there are questions as to how good of a coach is he. Mike Mayock gets sold on these guys that he really likes in the draft. I mean, remember the Clelin Ferrell pick?
Yeah.
Well, they drafted him 4th overall 2 years ago. And everybody laughed and went, no, that's not it. Same thing happened this year. They take Alex Leatherwood at 17, which everybody goes, oh, that was a major reach. But I mean, that was the guy. That was the guy they wanted. That's the guy they fall in love with. And, it's all on their shoulders to make this thing work. Can it work? Sure. Does it have the possibility of disaster written all over it? Define disaster. That's my question for you. What is a disaster? Obviously, a losing record like a couple of us predicted, and we'll get into that in just a minute. A big losing record would be a market disaster in year 4 of John Gruden's tenure here. And it would definitely spark up all those conversations of, should we really have given him a 10-year, $100 million contract to be the leader of this franchise as we move into our new stadium and everything?
Which is going to be a really cool stadium, by the way.
Oh, of course.
It looks like Darth Vader.
Course. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to have fans
it's going to
for
be
the first
packed.
time.
I think that's like the perfect idea for a place like having it in Las Vegas. Is it's going to be a what I fear is that it's going to be a lot of fans of other teams in the stadium because they're going to be taking and saying, "Hey, I want to go to Vegas. Let's go to Vegas the week that the Giants are playing the Raiders."
Yep.
And then what you're going to have is a stadium full of the other team's fans, and it's going to be this weird home field advantage, but where the other team's going to be louder than their team because they're just new to Las Vegas. They didn't have anybody in the stands last year, and I have a little bit of fear of that, but it's going to be really cool.
Well, I mean, it is going to be a destination game.
Yeah.
I mean, every fan of every NFL team is going, holy shit, we can go see our team in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you're going to have a lot of that. However, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to have the same kind of problem that, I don't know, the Carolina Panthers have had over the years of when your team comes to town, when a good team comes to town, your stadium is going to be filled with those players. Obviously, Las Vegas is a tourist city. It's a transplant city. So, yes, you are going to have that contingency to deal with. But I also feel like that area of the country is
still got Raiders depth in it.
You're right. I feel like they're ready to embrace the Las Vegas Raiders. Support for the Sportsocracy is brought to you by Manscaped. Use our promo code TheSportsocracy at Manscaped.com. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right. It's the 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off of your purchase and free worldwide shipping with the promo code Sportsocracy at Manscaped.com. The Manscaped 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. 20% off free shipping with the promo code Sportsocracy at Manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. 20% off free shipping, Manscaped.com. Use the promo code Sportsocracy. Your balls will thank you.
And they will. I mean, let's be honest. We probably all could use a little cleanup down there, and why not just go ahead and order one for when you get the 20% off and free shipping? I mean, what the heck? Why not?
Absolutely.
Throw in that promo code Sportsocracy. Your wife, your significant other, anybody who it is, will be happy.
Yep.
Yep. As a guy who is basically Chewbacca.
You got a lot of work to do with
I got hair from here down. I could definitely use the Lawnmower 4.0. And I'm really glad that I got the Lawnmower 4.0 because things are going to be looking up for me.
Absolutely. Yep. You want those boys to be smooth.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
The Las Vegas Raiders in the offseason, we mentioned, they did bring in Yannick Ngakoue.
Which I thought was a big move.
It was a big move. Obviously, it's going to help with their pass rush. They also brought in Solomon Thomas, who I get has not lived up to the billing, but he's still a good football player.
Former first-round pick, high draft pick.
Yep.
I mean, what was he? Top 5 overall? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so.
Yeah, that was the year. That was the Mitch Trubisky year.
Oh, that's
he
right.
was drafted second.
Oh, second. That's right. I forgot. Oh, my God. Woo!
And then they added Kenyon Drake as well, coming over from the Arizona Cardinals. That's the one move of this offseason that I really don't understand. You already have, I mean, I understand it to a degree. I just don't feel like I don't feel like you had to go out and get Kenyon Drake. You could have got just any random dude to be the spell back for Josh Jacobs, because when you have a young running back who's getting so much tote like Josh Jacobs is with the Las Vegas Raiders, you obviously want to take off some of the pressure on him. You want to extend the life of his NFL life as much as possible. Kenyon Drake can come in and be the guy who, you're going to throw swing passes to.
And that's what I feel like he's been brought in to be more of a third down back and limit Josh Jacobs being the whole 3-down back for the entire game.
Right.
Josh Jacobs is a 3-down back. Let's make no mistake about it. This guy is a stud. He catches balls out of the backfield. He does a really good job. I think what they were looking at as saying was we need to slow down the dread that we're wasting on this guy because we got ourselves a stud here. The thing is that I guess I've always thought of Kenyon Drake as more of that 3-down back. It maybe added a little bit of depth for them. It seemed like a weird move, like what they got.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a series, and it continues. This is my narrative I'm using, is that it just seemed like there was a lot of moves that just didn't make a whole lot of sense. I like the Ngakoue move. And to put on my point, what I'm saying earlier, if you look on ESPN's depth chart, they have Jonathan Abram listed as strong safety and at linebacker.
Yeah.
It just shows like what is going on with this team. They don't even know what's going on.
That's ESPN's projection. That's not anything that's put out by the team.
I know, I get that, but what I'm saying is that ESPN doesn't even have an idea what they're going in their direction. Like they drafted 4 safeties in the draft this year?
3 of them. They drafted 3 of them.
3 of them.
They got Trayvon Morrig in the second round.
Which
they
I
got
like Trayvon Morrig.
Divine Satan.
Old Divine Satan, baby.
Divine Diablo. In the 3rd round, Tyler Gillespie out of Missouri came in the 4th round. So they got 3 safeties out of this deal. Divine Diablo is apparently going to be in this linebacker discussion along with Abrams. So, I mean, you're seeing a lot more of this in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? If you're going up against a whole bunch of really fast receivers, which you are with every team in the NFL now, the thing you got to do is you got to be able to keep speed with them on the defensive side of the ball. To me, this makes perfect sense, and I think everybody needs to be jumping in on this. We've got a safety playing linebacker because the speed of the game gets faster and faster every year. So we're seeing it with the Las Vegas Raiders. We're seeing it with the New York Jets.
Yeah.
All of these teams are going, we got to get faster dudes at the linebacker position.
Right.
Isaiah Simmons. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Yeah.
All these guys who are these tweeners, the Joker is here to stay. The Joker role on an NFL defense is probably going to become a staple over the next few years.
And I agree, but and that's what I'm worrisome about. When these new kind of things come into play, does it work or not? I have not seen that defense work yet. I haven't seen a whole year, and you can talk about how this is what we're going to do. How do we know this isn't going to blow up in their faces? How do we know that this is going to be a really, really bad idea and the offenses are going to figure out, oh, you're putting that guy in here? Okay, well, let me do this here. There's a reason why there's a linebacker that's 6'3" and 250 pounds playing that position. Because he needs to get up onto the line and stop the run as well. I feel like if you're going to be doing that, you're opening yourself up to a running attack that can get to you by doing those guys. You just have to have those tweeners be good tacklers as well. And there's just one of those things, I guess it's kind of like, when the RPOs were coming into play and everybody was trying to figure it out and doing all this stuff. I think there's the offenses are smarter and the defense is smarter. I haven't seen this package, so to speak, work in the NFL game. And if they do it right, and it looks like is what they're drafting is going towards that way, if it works for them, then maybe I'm going to have to change my tune halfway through the season. But I don't know.
Right. The top rookie for the Vegas Raiders is going to be Trayvon Morrig. I was surprised that he didn't go right there at the back end of the 1st round. I thought he was a good value pick for them in the draft. I agree he will be the #1 rookie contributor for this team. Value fantasy player. Jeremy's got him on here as Kenyon Drake. I am not a huge Kenyon Drake fan. And the reason he's saying it when he's talking about value fantasy players, he's talking about where they're getting drafted. Right, it's where you can get him. Right now, Kenyon Drake's ADP is right around 81st.
Yeah.
82nd overall. So... yeah, okay. You could take a flyer on him in the 7th round, 8th round, something like that. Sure, he'll get you some points at some point. PPR leagues, he could be very big because that's not something that they use Josh Jacobs for as a pass-catching back, even though I feel like Josh Jacobs
is a three-down back.
I feel like he can catch passes out of the backfield. Here's where it comes fun. The Sportsocracy staff 2021 record projections. Jeremy's got him at 8 and 9. I have them at 4-13, which is dumb. It is absolutely stupid. Although, I will say this. You look at this team and you look at their schedule, it's not the easiest schedule on the planet. This team could very well be in that 7 to 8, I'll say even 6. So between 6 and 8 wins, I think, is the most likely for this team. Is this a team that could win more than that? I'm not going to say yes. I'm really not going to say yes. We got Jeremy's at 8-9. I'm at 4-13. You're at 5-12.
Yeah.
Which, again, I believe is dumb. Tommy has him at 7-10, and then Caleb's got him at 8-9. I think Tommy, Caleb, and Jeremy are all about right on where this team should be. You and I, on the other hand,
I look at them, and I'm looking at their schedule right now, and I see 6 winnable games. Total.
6 winnable games?
6 winnable games. They're going to lose to Baltimore. They're going to lose to Pittsburgh. They're going to lose to Miami. They're going to lose to the Chargers. Then they could beat the Chicago Bears. They could beat Denver. They could beat Philly. They can beat New York. You're definitely not going to beat Kansas City. Nope. You can beat Cincinnati. Then Dallas, Washington, Kansas City, Cleveland, Denver at home, Indianapolis Colts, and end with the Chargers. 6 games. I see 6 winnable games there.
Yeah, it is absolutely rough schedule.
So that's another thing that's going into my narrative about this team as well. Is not just what are they doing, is their schedule is not really great for them.
Right.
I mean, they play some tough teams. I mean, playing Pittsburgh early, that means they got them before Big Ben's arm falls off.
Yeah.
You know,
they have taken some gambles, and that's kind of what the Mike Mayock, John Gruden era has been like for the Las Vegas Raiders. They're taking gambles. Will it pay off that they shipped 3 of their 5 starting offensive linemen from last year out? Maybe. I'm not going to say no, because they have guys that they really believe in. They felt that they could get rid of Rodney Hudson because they like the way Andrew James is coming up. Let's get something out of Rodney Hudson. So they got him out of town. Denzel Good, they really, really believe in him, so Gabe Jackson becomes expendable. He's an all-pro. You can get or a Pro Bowler. You can get something out of him while you can.
Right.
I think that they took calculated gambles in all of this. Obviously, Colton Miller needs to stay healthy. Richie Incognito's 38 years old. He's going to be the veteran leader on this offensive line.
And an absolute psychopath.
And an absolute psychopath, right. But they picked up Nick Martin for depth. Alex Leatherwood in the draft. He'll probably start out as their right tackle. So they've taken some calculated gambles here. I really love the fact that they added Casey Hayward, coming over from the Los Angeles Chargers. He's going to give a boost to that secondary with Trayvon Mullen and Damon Arnett. There are pieces to like on this team. The schedule stacks up really hard against them, and we just don't know. We don't know, and that's the thing. We're in year 4 of the John Gruden era, and they've gone from 4 wins his first year, 7 wins the next year, 8 wins last year. Can they get over the hump and have a winning record this year? That's going to be the thing that remains to be seen. And as we said, 6 winnable games. The rest are going to be miracles. Although they were one of the only few teams to beat the Kansas City Chiefs last year. And
that's true by I say they can't beat the Chiefs. You know,
right? They did
it last year.
Exactly.
And again, this is. What I'm saying is I don't understand where they're going. By you saying what they believe in these guys, that's something I'm going to have to see. I'm not inside of that locker room. I don't know. I see some of these guys play, but I haven't seen them well enough. But when you're getting rid of a Rodney Hudson, when you're getting rid of a Gabe Jackson, who I saw as extremely good players in the NFL, and I haven't seen these other guys, if they come out and they play and they're projected to be what they think they're going to be, I could be wrong, and this could be a much better team. I just have to wait and see. It's a wait and see, and until I see it, I'm just going to keep thinking this team's not going to do that good.
The one thing I know is that I was completely wrong when we went game by game, week by week. I only had them with 4 wins, and that's dumb. It's not going to happen, so save your comments.
Well, I mean, the Giants are going to beat them, and I said that was a winnable game.
That is a very, very winnable game. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Brian Haynes. This is the Sportsocracy. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check us out every weekday morning live here in the Wicked Weed studio at 9ish, wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different. We'll see you next time.